Now that you're making 2 or 3 applications per week, it's time to start following up with recruiters, with contacts you've reached out to, and with employers. Remember that everyone is busy. People have personal commitments that they have to deal with. They've got work priorities that they're trying to manage. And then on top of that, they're trying to find the right candidate. So give them a chance and give you a chance by following up. How often should you do it? Well, I think giving a reasonable amount of time. If it's the holiday season, you might leave it a little bit longer, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. But if it's normal time, maybe 2 or 3 weeks is a good amount of time to follow up. I think the best thing to do is judge it based on the individual circumstances, because each one is going to be a little bit different. Public sector interviews tend to take a little bit longer and the application processes tend to be longer. Therefore, I would leave the following up period a little bit longer also. But what should you say? Well, below this video, I've added a script for exactly what you can say in both emails and phone calls and final follow-ups. But generally speaking, you should be polite, tell them the job you applied for, that you're still interested in it, and that you would love some feedback from them about whether or not it went well and you're through to the next round, or whether or not they've chosen someone else. Now, if they give you positive feedback that you're through, that's fantastic. But what happens if they give you no feedback? Then you should follow up again 2 or 3 weeks later with another follow-up email, then maybe a phone call and a final follow-up email. As I said, all the scripts are below this video. But what if you get negative feedback and you haven't been put through to the final round? Typically they'll say, we're sorry, we found somebody who's got more suitable skills, experience and education. Fine. But it can still be nice to get the most out of that process and see if there's any useful or meaningful feedback you can get. So it might be nice to write them an email and say, look, I'm sure you found somebody who's got, better qualifications, experience and background than me, and best of luck with that candidate. But you know yourself from applying for all these applications, it can be a difficult process. There's a lot of rejection. So any sort of meaningful feedback you could give me would be very, very valuable, and I would really appreciate it. So in that message, you're really trying to see if there's anything they can give you that is specific, that you can action, that you can use going forward, apart from just the general, we found somebody who's a bit more suitable for the role. That way you can take the feedback and incorporate it into the job search process and hopefully be more successful the next time around.